Odds are you spend a good chunk of your day inside a web browser, but which one is fastest? To test, we've got a mid-range PC running the Windows 10 Technical Preview and a 2013 11-inch MacBook Air, both of which are outfitted with SSDs to keep things fair. The reason we're using Windows 10 is Project Spartan. This is an all-new browser Microsoft will be including in Windows 10 to replace Internet Explorer. There's a very early version of this included in the Technical Preview, which you can access by going to About Flags in IE 11 and turning on the experimental features. This should give us a pretty decent look at how Spartan will match up once Windows 10 comes out. The first test we've got is Peacekeeper, which is a good general test of how a browser performs. On Windows, it's surprisingly close between Firefox, Chrome, and Opera. You can see Spartan slightly improves from Internet Explorer, but it still trails quite a bit behind. Over on the Mac side, things are still close, but here Firefox pulls a bit more of a lead. Next, we've got Octane, which is all about testing the JavaScript speed of the browsers. Here, Chrome and Opera pull out the win, which makes sense as they share a lot of DNA. However, the big surprise is Spartan. It's a massive improvement over Internet Explorer. On Yosemite, it's basically the same story. Chrome is the performance champ, with Firefox and Safari trailing behind. Now let's take a look at the HTML5 test to see which browser supports the most HTML features. Again, Chrome and Opera pull out the win here, followed by Firefox and Safari. Spartan improves only slightly, but this of course is still a very early version. Browser Scope is a simple test that checks how many common web threats your browser can block. And surprise surprise, Chrome and Opera do well here, but the really interesting thing is the fairly poor performance of Safari and especially Firefox. A new test this time around is the Unity WebGL benchmark. This is all about checking out the gaming performance in some of the latest browser-based games. The benchmark didn't behave very well on Windows, but on Mac, it's obvious that Firefox is the way to go for WebGL content, with the rest falling quite a ways behind. Next, I tested how long it takes to start each browser and then load the Google homepage. Here, we see Project Spartan pull out a huge win by loading in just over half a second, beating out even Internet Explorer thanks to being built into Windows. On Mac, it's still quite a bit closer with Chrome edging out the win, but there's still less than a 1 second difference between all four. To see how well each of the browsers will run on older computers, I loaded up 8 popular websites and measured how much memory they each use. On Windows, Firefox is impressively lightweight, needing quite a bit less RAM than the rest of the field. Spartan also does a good job, improving quite a bit over Internet Explorer. On Mac, Safari pulls out a slight win, where Opera falls quite a bit behind. While it's hard to go wrong with browsers these days, Chrome is still the most solid choice for both Windows and Mac. So what browser are you guys using? Let me know in the comments below, and if you want to catch more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.